Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Freedom Radio.
And now we have
been a lot.
But now we have the star that we've been talking about all morning that we have to welcome, doing us an amazing favor.
Yes.
Legendary comedian. His stats go all the way from Any Given Sunday to the man who created Booty Call. I hope he trademarked it. Please put your hands together. Calling us from LA, and I know he got up and said, "Why the did I get up from Michael Shawn?" I know he's like, "Why in the world did I agree to get up?" Mr. Bill Bellamy.
I've been watching TV a lot. Y'all tripping me out. Y'all, everybody here seen those early pregnancy test commercials? You notice they only got white people in them? And everybody in the commercial is happy? The girl come out the bathroom, "Honey, guess what?"
Hello.
And he's sitting on the couch, "What, babe?" "We're positive." "Fucking A." That shit ain't real. I want to see a sister. Every brother here want to just see one sister go in the bathroom. She'll be in there. She'll be like, "Damn." Guess what? Your ass need a job.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Bellamy.
Classic.
Super dope. Like that's like a trip. Wow. I haven't seen that bit in a minute, man. It's just like, man, that's such a nostalgic bit because I was kind of like, I was like, man, what's gonna get me on? I remember like, yo, I got a couple of these joints that they gonna like, you know what I'm saying? I was doing that joke in New York all the time and it was killing. I was like, when they see this on TV, I'm out the hood. I remember that, you know, that's just like classic hunger right there, trying to come up.
Yo, let me tell you first of all, how much I appreciate that you took the time out to wake up this damn early. Because
man.
He was in Dallas and I went to the comedy club, to the Improv.
Yes.
Jay Black was like, "Yo, go talk to Bill. Bill's cool. Go talk to him.
Why not?
And get him on the show." And I'm saying, like, I don't want to bother him. So I go see him. Bill's already gotten off stage. He got some sneakers, some J's on that I've never seen in my life. I think they were corduroy and velvet. Like, they were amazing. I don't know what part of France he got them made in. I just got dressed and I was like, "Hey, Bill," he was like, "Yo, Mike." The funny thing, Bill was like, "I went to the radio station, I did an interview, and your man Gary said y'all went in separate ways." I said, "Really?" That's what he said.
Yo, because I didn't see you, and so when I called in and stuff, and no, I did. No, actually, I did a video kind of situation. I'm looking, you know, like when you're looking for your boy, you're like, "Yo." I thought you was over. You know how you be like, "I think he over there."
He over there.
I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, maybe Mike in the bathroom, because you know, radio is like when dudes be in the NBA, like they don't know they gonna get traded. They be like showing up for work and be like, "Nah, you ain't in Houston no more. You in Philly." Like, damn, man, y'all ain't giving me no 30-day notice. No, it be on the spot. You be traded to another squad. You like, damn. Can I get my pencils?
They was mine. I brought them in here.
Let me grab my charger. Right. Everybody be using my charger. Let me get my charger. All right. So now I'm
happy to see you anyway.
I get to ask Bill, and no disrespect, because you know, Didi, I love Didi. But you know, I never got to ask him the things because we had a time frame where we had to make sure and Bill's got the best stories ever. Like Bill's the one person on Instagram that when he starts a story, I sit there and go like, okay, I'm gonna listen
it's about to be crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like his Any Given Sunday story with LL and Jamie Foxx is probably one of the greatest stories ever told. Like it's literally like TV One or BET should just have and just actually produce it and just say, just let him tell the story. Yeah. But I just want to say this: your career has been amazing.
Thank you.
Not gassing you right now. Your career has been amazing. Mm-hmm. From all the movies and everything like that, you're still, and don't take this any type of way, super underrated.
I agree. You know what I mean? I agree with you. I just think, it's funny. I think people have to see your career in its entirety for them to get the amount of body of work that you have, right? Because so for instance, and you see certain people pop, like I've seen cats pop, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Will, we seen him pop. We seen Jamie pop, you know what I'm saying? But Jamie's still rolling, you know what I'm saying? He just got an Oscar for Soul. Those are things for comics to me. When I see comics, that's my peers or people that are comedic. It's very encouraging to just keep going. It's going to happen. I feel like when it all happens for me in the big way, and it's coming now, oddly enough, I think people are going to be excited for me because Cat's been riding with me for their whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Cat's be like, yo, Bill always been 100. You know what I mean? Bill always. So it's like if I stay true to my craft and I stay, true to what I love to do, I'm not really pressed on like when it's going to happen. I just know it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Bill, everybody.
That's why I've been in the game like 90 years.
No, literally, the last time I saw Bill, we were asking him questions about this Magic Johnson party that happened on an island. Yeah. And Bill will be there. It'd be like Magic, Barack, Oprah, and Bill would be right there like, yo.
I don't know why I'm always the one dude that's there like, yo, but it's true. And it's so funny. It's odd that you said that because I'm about to drop the Magic story because I never told it because at the time, Magic was like, yo, don't, because TMZ was hitting me up and all the different outlets because they was trying to figure out what we was doing on them yachts out there in Central Pay. And so I said, man, it's about time now I could tell the story because it's such a crazy story. When you see it on my Instagram today, you're gonna be like, yo, that's crazy because it was one of those moments where Magic basically flew 180 people to south of France. God, do the math.
180 people.
Crazy.
Yeah. So when you get the invite,
you got to go. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about. I don't care if you just had a baby. Take your baby with you.
No, you told. But Bill, you told this story.
Yeah.
In the studio, you told this story.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm telling it in depth now because
no, you didn't do it on air. You did it behind, like you kind of gave us. You gave us like bits, and I was just amazed about like how you were so intertwined and connected with all these people, like Bill people. Look, I don't know how to say this any other way. Bill Rich. Like real talk, like don't get it up.
He say yup. Mm-hmm, yup.
Don't.
You ain't lying.
Yo, I'm good.
Listen. The pandemic didn't do nothing to Bill. It did nothing.
All they did was just take my shows away. Hey, you know the pandemic bag when you and Chris Brown going, what you doing?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like, let's just play cards or something because like the pandemic was so funny because it just put everybody home. So especially if you live in California, you know what I'm saying? So with nobody working, can't nobody talk about I'm going to Australia to do this. No, you're not, motherfucker. No, you're not. Ain't no shows. Ain't no shows. So you better be in the studio. You better be writing jokes, and I just took the opportunity, to, just keep writing all the stuff that I was going through, because I was like, everybody gonna be able to relate to this. This is a special moment in history, where we've never been through it in our lifetime. We used to hear about the Spanish flu and all this crazy stuff that happened 100, 200 years ago, whatever. But this is our oh shit moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we okay. I don't mind the cursing, but we gotta curb the cursing.
Okay.
We're good.
So
can we get a little bit of that Magic Johnson story, though, a little modified version? I know you were doing the full release, just a little tease, just a little something for our people.
Well, the Magic Johnson. Well, first and foremost, it was his 25th anniversary of marriage to his wife, Cookie. And so he wanted to have all his crew with him, you know what I'm saying? And I've been friends with Magic my whole career. And it's just when Magic call you, bro, it's always something crazy. It ain't never like, yo, let's go down to Burger King and catch a little. First of all, his number always come up blocked. So it's either it's either like him or Eddie Murphy or somebody. It ain't no regular. This ain't no spam. So you answer the phone like, yo, what up? And he'd be like, yo, B, it's Herb. I'm like, oh, what? What's about to go down? He'll just tell you, he'll just say stuff like lockout.
What?
Lock out September 8th through the 15th. I'll call you back. Click. You be in your calendar like that's dead. That's dead.
AJ. Yeah. Needless to say, when I text him to do this interview, I didn't say lock out.
Lock it out, bro. And wow. I promise you, if Urban ever call you, Mike, he probably won't. But if he do, but if he do, you answer that call, Mike. Mike could be like, yo, I made this squad.
No, but Bill, the way my life is, if it's a blocked number, I'm not answering it because there's no way in the world. I'm sitting there going like, there's no way in the world there's gonna be Magic Johnson.
You like, this ain't gonna be nothing but bad news.
Yeah, I don't even think it's gonna be Avery Johnson. I don't think it's gonna be. Like, I don't think it's gonna be anybody important. I'm like, this is a bill collector coming at my neck. Like it's a blocked number.
Oh my God, Mike, you funny as hell. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Avery Johnson. No, it might be Johnson and Johnson.
Johnson. It might be anybody except Magic Johnson. All right.
Oh my God.
So how do you? Okay. First of all,
this killing me, boy. You killing me. You're waking me up. Thank you.
There's like two things about Bill. Number one is Bill, as unintimidating as Bill is on stage, he's just funny. Bill is far from a punk. Far. Like Bill will say whatever he has to say at any time about anybody. like for real. Like one time he caught me off guard when we were working at Hot 97, and he mentions we were working with Jonesy. Shout out to Jonesy. She got the Morning Show reunion on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
And we're a part of it. Shout out to DJ Envy. And we were asking Bill, are there some comedy specials that you wanted your money back on?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, yeah.
Now, mind you, we're on the biggest hip-hop station in the world. It's Hot 97, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there. I got a drinking problem. I got vodka on there. I was like, okay, what comedy specials you want your money back, right? And I'm like, this is when I realized Bill don't give a for real. He said, this bastard just said, he said it casually. He said some names, and he was like, now I think about it. I think I wanted my money back on that Mike Epps special. Dog, I choked. Pause. So what?
You know what's so funny? You mentioned that, right? So I used to do this joke back then called, yo, I need my money back. It was basically like, say it's a movie, yo, I need my money back. Right?
Yes, that's how it started. Yeah.
So, So but I had a run on it. Like it'd be like 4 or 5 runs, so the jokes don't stop, right? So when he walked me into it, I was like, oh snap, yeah, I'm just gonna do my thing, right? Let me tell you how people take stuff so personal. So around this time, I remember 2 people names I said. I said 3 of them. One of them was LL because it was one of LL's album that wasn't that good to me. So I was kind of like, I don't know if it was the GOAT or whatever, but I said, yo, he got to give me the GOAT because there wasn't no GOATs on there. I'm just, but I'm just joking around, messing around. So then I said, I'll never forget this. I said, Meth owed me money on, I said, because I bought the album for $16.99, but I only got like 4 joints I like, so you owe me $9.80. I'm like, I'm just making up.
I don't even know if that math is right, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
I'm literally just going off the head, right? So I say, yo, Mike Epps, he owed me for that special. I don't know why they gave it to him, but I'm playing around. Do you know, by the time I left New York City, right, I get a call from Meth, right? Yo, B, man. Yo, you my mans, man, but you killing me on the Hot 97. And I'm like, I had forgot. I said, well, killing you about what? Because it was so early in the morning.
Yep.
And I was going off the head, be like real fast, right? So I do the joint. These dudes set me up anyway. So
now we set them up.
No, but for real, it was funny as hell. So Meth was like, yo, my peoples is killing me in New York. They said you went in on me. And I was like, I couldn't remember because I was still asleep. And I was like, oh, in New York, yeah, that was me.
That was me.
But I was like, yo, I wasn't trying to kill you. It's a joke that I do, and I just ran you into it. So then Mike called me up, right? And Mike is my man, right? So Mike was like, you mad at me? You ain't like my special? I said, Mike, I was playing. That's Hot 97, right? He was like, oh, because Bob Sumner, this is so funny because Bob Sumner had called me and he was like, yo, B, man, Mike's our man. And I was like, yeah. I said, listen, it's a joke that I do that they walk me into it. But Hot 97 will cut it up and it'll be like you just Hot 97 taught me, like, you got to know your sound bites, boy. Because I was like, oh, snap. But it was all cool, though. It was all cool. But see, the thing about, comedy is some of it you can write ahead of time. But when you do stuff like an improv, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But sometimes cats laugh, too. But sometimes cats get mad. Like I remember one time I did a joke about Mike Tyson and I saw him at a party. He was like, that wasn't funny, William.
He called you William.
The government.
He called me my government.
Your heart had to stop for a second.
I was like, if he punched me, I'm gonna get about 35 million. I was like, go ahead, hit me. If he punched me, that's 35 million. I'm gonna say everything broke.
Have you ever gone back and thought about a joke that you said that you regretted, that you were like, I probably should have said that on stage?
Yeah, the one you said you had me set up on. No, not really, but no, because I'm never malicious with my jokes. I'm just truthful. I'll take like a angle on it that most people not really thinking about, and I hit it hard. You know what I mean? I've always been like that. Like when you saw that joke, that throwback joke, that joke was about a real situation that I was like, yo, man, cats never happy in the hood where I'm from when they get that pregnancy test. Why they don't do that commercial? So that's why I wrote the joke that way, because I was like, yo, everybody seen the happy. Don't nobody gonna show the real joint when the girl come out the bathroom, you know what I mean? So that was where that idea came from. So my whole career, I have, literally just wrote jokes from how I feel about it and how I see it. And then I just put it out.
Okay, please give me a minute on this because this is my conspiracy theory. This is my conspiracy theory.
All right.
Your character in Love Jones,
Okay.
you were an ass in that, and your character was an ass.
Yes.
Which goes against how we know you.
Correct.
So when I saw you do that, I was like, yo, Bill's really going in. I truly believe that the character in The Best Man, our dude,
Terrence.
yes,
Terrence Howard.
I swear that character, I'm not saying nobody stole it. This is my conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Your character is what birthed that character.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was
Absolutely.
the type of ass that you were in that movie. So, and that's not your personality. Like, okay, I haven't hung out with you. We ain't go to IHOP together. I haven't been around you on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Right. Like, you could be an ass. I don't know. But around me, you've always been a cool dude.
Yeah. I mean, but that was fun. That was fun because I never get a chance to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have aspects of my personality that I can pull from. But that character was dope because he was everything they wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go against the grain. The character Hollywood was that kind of guy. Like he didn't have the talent that Darius had. He wasn't getting the chicks like he was easily. He had the busted hearse, you know what I'm saying? But he felt like I'm still in the game. So I really, really embodied what the player hater is because everybody. I knew that Cap was going to relate to Hollywood because everybody got a dude in a camp like that at some point where you be like, yo, man, you lightweight envious to me, huh? You know what I mean?
Yes, so, Jay Black here on our show.
Right.
I'm playing. That's my brother.
But what I'm saying is like, and so, but what I did that made it really sting was I owned it so tough, like I didn't care. So when you don't care and you don't have no empathy, that's the part that made the character pop because he didn't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Right. He was just like say what he wanted to say, boom, boom, boom. And then it was so interesting when you watch Love Jones, people really do hate me though.
Like, no, and when I watched the movie, I was like, oh wow, Bill's for real, for real. When you're on a movie set and you've been on so many movie sets, and I'm telling you, the greatest story I've ever heard is that LL story. That story of him punching Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Is the most amazing. Is there on Love Jones? Was everything cool, or is there always tension on a movie scene? Is there always some type of tension?
Nah. What was interesting about Love Jones? Lorenz Tate and I are best friends, and we was best friends at that time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He eventually would become like he's the godfather of my kids and stuff like that. Like, so we've been friends forever. But what was so ironic about that, I hated him for the movie. Like I couldn't like him. I didn't talk to him during the movie like that. We didn't go to our normal friendship stuff. So the whole movie, I just kind of isolated myself from him. So I wouldn't have my normal energy. So, you know, when we would go to lunch, I didn't go to lunch with him. I stayed away from him. So then when I was in my character, I never wanted to come out of it until we was done. So so when you saw me on there, when he'd be like, "What up, Wood?" I'm like, "What up, man?"
Wow.
See what I'm saying? I was never gonna break it until we was done because I'll mess around and be like, "Yo," you know. And that wasn't what the character was. And then if you go back and Love Jones, there's a scene at the table. I wish they could show this take because it was crazy. So Ted Witcher said on this take, let me fix this because the lighting is coming through my office. So he said, I want y'all to do whatever you want to do in this scene. I got the take I want. I felt that we should have used this take, but we didn't. So basically, I'm sitting there, everything's a metaphor. And we're basically letting him know I stole his chick. Basically, you know, he's saying, "Hey, I heard you got a new job." I'm like, "No, I heard you lost your job." You know what I'm talking about? Do you know?
Right. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking. Yeah, I know.
He
exactly
said, "No, I heard you got fired." Not what I heard. You know what I'm saying? So there's one scene at the end, and I forget what I said at the end, and he hit the table like this, boom, and everybody was like, "Oh." And I was like, it hurt to lose your occupation. Oh my God. It was so cold-blooded. It was so cold-blooded. And Ted was like, nah, I don't think the characters would be that mean. I was like, yeah, they would in the street.
No, they would.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because they
Yeah,
would.
they would. Yeah, they would.
No, they
It
would.
was so powerful because everybody, it was so powerful because it was wordplay. And then one word just got too much. And then somebody just went, boom. It was Lorenz. He went boom on the table. And I just smoothly just hit him in the head with it. And I said, yo, you got to keep that in the movie, man. I was hoping, but they didn't do it.
Was there ever an audition that you did that you were like, I really want this movie? Like I really
so
want
many.
are they the standouts that we never knew about that you were like, because you put your heart and soul, even the fact that you didn't talk to Lorenz Tate that entire time showed me the commitment that you were like in your acting. You were like, yo, I'm really going all the way in on this.
Yeah, I got to, because you got to understand at that point in my career, nobody ever seen me do anything serious yet, right? And number two, these are all actors. They not comics. They're not comics. Yeah, they're not comics. So I had to take off my comedy cape and go in with them and be a part of a clique of people that I respected, and I wanted to present myself as a qualified actor. So I took it serious. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was one thing. And then I wanted to show the industry that I could really act, because at that point I was just, sort of like more charming roles, more fun roles, more likable roles. I hadn't done anything yet that kind of created a like, whoa, and see, you still remember it, which is good. So I made the right choice.
No, you made the right choice, but give me some of the auditions that you went to and you were like, okay, that we don't know about.
One of the ones that I wanted to be in really, really bad was American Gangster. And American Gangster, there was a role in there. I think T.I. ended up getting it. He was one. Yeah, it was one of Denzel's family members. And I wanted that role because I was like, I want to be in a movie with Denzel Washington, because that's like my idol, right? I was like, yo, that's my guy. I like his pedigree. I like everything that he did with his, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like emulate what I feel he has done with his career, where he's always had integrity. He's always like, feel like he just takes his time and does good projects, And so I was like, it'll be an honor to be in a movie with him. I went in there, man, and I put some smoke on that mother. And I knew, I knew I wasn't gonna get it. They said, how tall are you, Bill? I said, damn.
You start asking questions like that.
Because
it means something. Because it means something.
It means something, yeah.
Because if he's the lead and I'm taller than him,
and you're taller than, you gotta be kidding me right now, Bill.
You might as well go get in the truck, bro. That's why I always hate telling my height, because I'm taller than most people think. See, I'm 6'3", you know what I'm saying? So like I'm sneaky tall. Like, you'd be like, well, B might be 6 feet until you stand up next to me like, yo. So if we in a film together and you're the lead and I'm standing there over you, that's not gonna work. But people don't know that stuff.
Damn.
But then you put T.I. in there and you're like, hey, little nephew. Hey, little nephew.
He had the little stutter.
So I said, all right, that's my man Tip. That works. Okay, I get it.
You have a super confident personality, and Jay has this list that he wants you to pick, and I really want you to do this. But you have a super confident personality. Now it's warm, like you make people feel comfortable around you. Cool. But your confidence is always on a high level where you're like, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Is there ever a time, whether it be stand up, whether it be movies, where you felt intimidated, where you were like, this right here, this might be bigger than me? Not that you didn't do it, you went through with it. But there was you were intimidated, like, God, what am I doing right now? Can I make this happen? Other than doing an interview with me. Other than that.
Right. Other than getting up this early. Now, I think the only scenario that I could give you that might be something in that world would be like when you're amongst peers that you used to watch on TV. Maybe like say for instance, when I'm with, I'm in Saint-Tropez and I'm with Sam Jackson and Spike Lee and Glenn Turman, who I saw as a kid, being Cornbread Earl and me. Sam Jackson play Gator, when I wasn't even in the game. All these legend, Pat Riley, who I watched coach the Lakers when they in their heyday and become one of the best, sort of GMs or masterminds behind the game. All these different personalities that have had an impact on my life. And I sit there and talk to them and they know my name. It's crazy. Like, to me, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You do understand.
Wait a minute. Is the lighting too bad? Because the lighting's
coming. No, you're good. You're good.
Good.
I know the sun's coming up and everything. You do understand that you are a legend in this game. You do get that.
Well, I feel like it on certain levels. And sometimes you still feel new. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like, wow, I haven't all the way arrived the way that I perceive myself. But I feel like it's coming to that point because I've always felt like I was a superstar. I always felt like I was going to have an impact. And I came out the game, into the game hot, like, on fire, like just to take it over, like for real, like that DMX kind of energy where, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Once they see me, they're going to feel me. That's always been my attitude about what I'm doing. I'm like, they got to feel me. If they not feeling me, I ain't doing something. So, that kind of New York energy to me is the recipe for success. And it keeps you honest, you know what I'm saying? So you don't take no nights off, and that's what I've been. I'm like, I don't take no nights off. Every time I go on stage, I'm killing. Every time I go on stage, I'm trying to get a standing O. I'm not just trying to get through these jokes. I'm trying to blow people's face off. So when you have that kind of energy, it creates, people feel that shit. Like, oh, sorry. Sorry.
No, but you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
But you know what I mean?
But legendary, like, first I did the Peppermint Lounge. Mm-hmm. Like, those who don't know in North Jersey. Mm-hmm. Bill and the Peppermint Lounge. Number one, it was one of the greatest comedy spots ever, but it was the Terror Dome at the same time.
Yeah, it was a tough club, man.
It was a tough club. So, okay, so we're going to do this rapid fire because you woke up early. I don't want to keep you too long. I need your top 5 NBA players of all time, and you got to do it quick. You can't think. Top 5 now.
LeBron, Mike, Kobe, Shaq, Wilt.
Beautiful. Jay Black, I will let you take it now on the comedy section so he can pick right now. Bill Bellamy, let's go.
Yeah, so I usually throw things out there. You got some stuff similar to like Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy. Then you got to pick one. But okay. I want to do a comedy aspect this time. So I'm going to see if Bill is willing to answer this. Martin Lawrence or Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Like, what?
He was like, what?
I said the same thing, Bill, and for some reason, Jay's confused about this. I don't even know why you started with that one.
No, we're gonna keep going.
Go ahead.
Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock?
Nah, that's a good one. Oh, that's tight.
They said Bill answer everything. That's what they said.
He does.
Damn.
First of all,
I'm
Bill,
gonna say it's a tie.
There you go.
Okay, we can't do ties, but I will tell you this: Bill may have had
because it's just Rock to me has had one of the most prolific. I always use that one special he had as my bar. It's got to be that one. I think it's the second one. Chris Rock probably had one of the best comedy specials ever.
Was that the one at the Apollo?
Yes.
That was the one. Yeah, that was
magic. There ain't nothing to talk about. So like that, and then it's what I love about Dave is Dave's career. So it's kind of like I can't. But if I had to just go right now, it would be Dave Chappelle.
You know what's crazy, Bill? I don't know. Maybe you can relate, and I can watch Dave just talk now.
Oh yeah.
I don't need him to crack a joke at all.
No, but he's gonna make you laugh because he'll just.
No, of course, yeah, of course.
Like, man, this is.
Go ahead. Go.
First of all, I just want to say, man, that it's an outstanding opportunity to do your show, man.
Hilarious.
The funny thing is, now I realize the Dave Chappelle impersonation is kind of at the end, kind of a Sammy Davis Jr. impersonation. Like there's a little Sammy Davis Jr.
Yes, sir.
Like actually in there. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Cat Williams, Kevin Hart.
Cat.
Tracy Morgan, Mike Epps.
Mike.
Cedric or Steve?
I love when he drops his. I love when the head gets dropped in the hoodie and he's like, oh,
he's hanging out with both of them and getting drinks and stuff. They pick up the tab all the time.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna say abstain. That's a tough one. You
really think that's a tough one?
Well, because it's just like, Biggie Pac kind of thing. It's like it's just preference. They both dope. It's just I would have to say, if I had to go, I would say Steve. If I had to, but if I could, I would go both of them because they both dope. I just go Steve.
Mike went hard for said. Mike went hard.
Yeah, but I'm saying I could do that too. I got valid reasons for both. I'm saying it's kind of even. It's kind of even money. You know what I mean to me. But go ahead.
All right. So to have a little diversity, Jerry Seinfeld or Larry David?
Jerry.
Okay.
Even though I know Larry David, I know. But I mean, Jerry is the face. I get it.
Bill? Can you please explain to Jay Black how dope Jerry Seinfeld is on stage as a comedian?
He's underrated too. I slept on him. I got my face cracked. I got my face cracked.
How'd you get your face cracked?
I got my face cracked because I was in New York and Dave was doing a show at Radio City Music Hall, and Dave invited me on stage. It was me, Jerry Seinfeld, and Chris Tucker. And Jerry went on in front of me, and I was like, I'm a body Jerry.
I'm gonna kill him. Let him go ahead. Let him go. I got this.
Let him go. We'll get that off. I love.
I'm about to commit a crime on the stage today. I know he ain't got nothing. I was like, I'm sitting back there like, I'm so comfy. I got my shoes off. I'm like, yo, I had to put my shoes back on. I was like, uh-oh. I was like, yo, this dude, Jerry Seinfeld came in there, bro. And when I tell you, he showed me a gear that I was like, okay, that's why you got $700 million in the bank.
Real.
Yeah, he the real. It's not a game. And I respect him so much because it was he didn't know he was going on either. So he just Dave was like, he wanted you to go on, he wanted me to go on like old school, the way we used to do it back in the day. And I was like, let's get it. But I'm going in. I'm going in. I tore that Radio City Music Hall up, but trust and believe, I had to go to work.
Go ahead.
So last one, shifting gears. Last one. We asked this of every guest: nasty sex or making love? What is Bill Bellamy choosing?
Depends on the day, Playboy. Sometimes you be on your smooth R&B joint. You on your Jodeci, and sometimes you gotta just like really just go Mad Max. and the Thunderdome, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta go in.
Bill, before we let you get out of here, is there what's coming up? I hate to do the typical, but I want you to tell people what's going on and what's next up for you and what we can promote for you.
When does this air, or are we live?
We're live right now, and then it will air. It'll be on Media Room 360 on your smart TV, so it'll stay there like YouTube. It'll stay right there.
Oh, that's fine. So this year, 2021, I will have a comedy special come out. My new special will be, that's going to be the one. My last one was Crazy, Sexy, Dirty. This new one, I think I got the right sauce. Ain't nothing. It's gonna be undisputed. It's gonna be undisputed. All that, people are gonna, underestimate you, or now give you your flowers. They're gonna have to, because it's too hot. It's too fire. That joint is gonna drop on them this year. And then I got this movie coming out in November called A Rich Christmas, which I think is gonna be really, really good for me, because it's a great role. I get to play a dad, very successful DC cat that came up out the mud. And, was on top of his game, but he don't have love in his life at that time, trying to find love, trying to be a great dad, divorcee. And I just felt like this kind of character relates to a lot of men who have had either a downfall or like a stumble or obstacle to get over. I get a chance to be vulnerable to a woman that I potentially want to be with. I get a chance to be have learning lessons with my daughter, and I never had a role like that before. So I was like, "Dag, this is kind of fly," because I'm grown now, and it's gonna definitely set me up for the How to Be a Player Part 2. So we good.
How to Be a Player Part 2.
We got to do that. Yeah, we got to. It's done. It's
nice.
Let's go. Let's go. Wait a second. Let's go.
There you go.
That's for all. I'm doing that movie for all the fellas, that came up with me. That movie, I think, is going to just solidify my legacy, because it's just one of those movies that every dude in the world seen 15 times. Every dude in the world loves that character. So I got to bring, Dre back, but on some gangster stuff, like where it's like he on another level with it. So cats can be like, yo, I got to turn up again.
Yo, but the evolution of that character could be so crazy.
Exactly.
The evolution of that character.
Because he was so young at that time. So now he's grown and he's moving, and he's a mover and shaker kind of guy. He's the plug now on a lot of levels. And that's what I want to show cats, is that, when you graduate, you got to level up. Whether it is leveling up, is getting your life together, level up in your connects. Level up with your chicks, what I'm saying?
No, real talk.
You gotta level up.
Hello. You gotta level up. We're gonna let Bill woke up. First of all, you will never understand.
You ain't never did an interview and watch the sun come through.
I've never seen a sunrise.
Yes, or your face.
It's like,
I'm like blown out. They're gonna be like, yo, Bill Bellamy got so much money, he glow in the morning.
He glow in the morning. I don't know what vitamin E he taking, but he glow.
Like we watched him start glowing
out of nowhere. Yo,
you ever seen no homo? Yo, he was in front of me, right? And all of a sudden his skin just started glowing.
And I swear to God, he's not even down with the Illuminati. This is all natural, son. It was all natural.
You know how the hood put a spin on it.
Yo, Bill sacrificed the squirrel and the sun came right. What?
Y'all crazy, man. Thank you for having me, boss.
Bill, thank you so much. And just quickly, the realest thing Bill said to me is when I went to the Improv and I went to him and I said, "Can you do the interview?" He said, "Yo, I heard the radio station went their separate ways." And I was like, "Yeah, that's funny that they said that." And then he grabbed me and he said, "You good?" And I said, "Yeah." And he looked at me and said, "Don't lie." To me, that's one of the, I've never had somebody be like, "Yo, don't lie. If you're not good, say you're not good."
Yeah. Because I'm dead ass. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, cats never want to admit they're not good. And sometimes cats not, and it would be the breakthrough so you can help them, because like I've had that happen so many times. I'm moving so fast and I'm not looking. I'm just talking. But I looked you in your eye and I asked you seriously. I was like, yo, don't lie to me. Tell me what it is, because the pandemic taught me that a lot of us is carrying this weight. We've been through this, we've been through that, and we don't want to kind of like open up about it, and we carry this weight on us, you know what I'm saying? And so, and I lost a few people like that. So when I asked you that, I was dead ass serious, because I'm like, yo, man, you ain't got a lot of me. I've been knowing you 20 some years, and there ain't no shame in that game. If you going through something and you need me right now, tell me, so I know it's real. Don't have me like, and then 2 weeks or 3 weeks later hear something else, and I was right there, and I missed it. You feel me? So that's
it was something that really touched me, and I thank you for that. If you go to YouTube, please check out this thing called, I did a one-man show called Relapse Again about my battle with alcohol.
Okay.
It's on YouTube called Relapse Again. If you get a chance, just watch it. I thought that was the kindest thing that I've had somebody ever do, to say, don't lie to me. And I just wanted to say that right here, because it was amazing, and it made me realize, like, I am good. But I was like, the same way you said, I said, I need to be asking other people this situation, and not playing these games where I assume everything's all right. And when you said it, because it wasn't no Bill Bellamy funny. No. This dude grabbed my arm and said, don't lie to me. And I was like, no, I'm all right. I'm good. So I want to thank you, Bill. Thank you so much.
What you should have said was, Bill, you have a role in How to Be a Player Part 2 for a Puerto Rican comedian.
No, like, if Bill ever needs, hey, Bill.
He's the only Puerto Rican I know.
I'm the only Puerto Rican. And mira, papi, it's all good. Whatever you need. Así. Mira, I got you. Bill, thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, man, God
much,
bless
Bill.
you guys, man. Thank you for waking me up, man. That was worth it, man. It was worth getting up early. You guys are awesome, man. Just keep grinding, man. I like what you guys are doing. It's funny. It's right now, and y'all in your hustle mode, so I feel it. I love it.
You already know. We in the trap house right now. Thank you, Bill.
Let's get it, please.
Bill Bellamy, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Bellamy.
Thank you, guys.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.